In the last 5 minutes, I've been covered in dirt. My shoe was smoking. At one point, you almost caught my shoe on fire.
You're just complaining about Wednesday stuff, okay?
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's just normal Wednesday.
It's Sunday. If it was Wednesday and that was Wednesday stuff, it'd be. It's not Wednesday. I don't even know what that means, but it's not Wednesday. I think it's a Tuesday. I ain't never heard that either.
He don't know what he's talking about. What are we doing now?
I guess it's time to work on the back.
Yeah.
The front's still standing anyway.
Yeah, it ain't collapsed yet, so we're good there.
So, for the back, we got a quick performance 9-inch housing. It's one of their housing and axle package deals.
And it's pretty.
35 spline axles, 1/2-inch studs. It's the first time I've ever used anything from Quick Performance, and I will say I am pretty impressed.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice piece there.
It is.
Axles came with the bearings already on them.
Yep.
I don't know, it's a pretty nice deal. Pretty impressed with it. So we're gonna do that. We're putting CalTracs on it. These are the rear leaf spring sliders. These are from Funkhauser. As you can see, everything here has got fresh powder coat on them. So we're gonna start on the rear end, update on the header situation.
Yeah.
We have tried to figure out how to make these headers work, and they're just not gonna work. So
Nope.
I got on the internet and I found a set of headers. They're about 3 hours one way from us.
One way.
So we're waiting on that guy to get off work, and we're going to drive to meet him and pick those up. So we came out here during the week and sprayed all of the bolts and nuts and everything down with WD-40.
Yeah.
So hopefully when we start trying to rip this thing apart here in a little bit, everything comes out fairly easy.
We got that monstrosity out of there.
Got it out.
I think that's my weightlifting for the year.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ugh,
It's a lot heavier than
you think?
what I thought it was going to be. I
Good
guess maybe
Lord.
because I was having to like bench press it. Maybe that's why.
Sorry.
I'm such an active gym going person, you know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Well,
It actually went pretty smooth other than the one.
that one bolt
One
did
U-bolt nut.
not want to come out, but you got it.
Yeah, I ended up
You didn't have to cut the
got
U-bolt.
a breakover bar, got it somewhat loose, and then I ended up
Leverage.
bam.
Whew, and guess what we found? More dirt.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get the old vacuum out of here in a minute. That's a fan favorite.
Yeah. But,
Don't knock it till you try it.
good. Well, I guess we're gonna get cleaned up, I suppose, and go meet the dude with the headers. We started off coming to get the headers for the S10. We are currently sitting in the Camaro.
We're sitting in the going to town, going to work Camaro.
Daily driver
this is
Camaro.
if this breaks, I can't drive to the office Monday.
The we make payments on this car Camaro at Little River. So
We got the headers, but
and John has a tech card.
we're down to 4 cars.
We're down to 4 cars in sports at a cold race that we weren't even gonna come to. There's my dad back there again in my brother's truck. So we may get him. We'll see. John unfortunately drew my dad, so we're gonna go up here and see which one of them gets to go to the final. Dad beat John. And then Dad won.
What, is this live or what?
No, it's for YouTube.
This is just a
You're gonna be on YouTube.
YouTube. Man.
It's been a good day. We'll get paid and then go to Taco Bell. Today, we're working on the roll cage. Derek and his nephew Blaine came to help us. So, it's a good time.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Oh, here's the punch. She boy, it's over here. That's a hole. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay. This is 3/4 racing. 100%. You gonna have to get her the thing.
Oh no!
Hey, do you own a electric, like not a battery powered?
He just didn't want to snap your wrist.
I was afraid you was gonna break your wrist with it.
Probably so. Oh yeah! Yeah! Oh, but it come alive, boy.
Well, Derek came over with Blaine the other day. They picked up some S10 stuff that was coming off of this they're going to use, and while they were here they helped me set the main hoop for the cage.
Yep.
We got the rest of the kit kind of laid out here, so at some point we'll have to keep going on that. We were actually just talking about, do we want to keep going with the kit? Do I want to finish taking some of the stuff out from underneath it? The fuel tank is actually still in it.
Yeah, we have to get that out. We still
Or-
got to get the leaf springs off the other side.
Yeah, do we want to keep going with the rear suspension? Because I got the leaf spring, the 2-inch CalTrac split mono leaf. It's a 2-inch drop leaf spring. So we've got this side kind of mocked up with the Funkhauser brackets. Nothing's tight. I still got to take it out and grease some of this stuff. The front's all good. I just got to tighten it up. But we got this side just kind of mocked up. I was looking to see. You can tell it's a pretty good drop from the other side.
Yeah.
So, do we keep going on that? Do we keep working on the cage, or do we crawl underneath it and have 17 pounds of dirt fall on our face getting the gas tank out? Don't know.
Oh,
But we got our headers. I don't know that we showed the headers.
I don't know that we did show the headers yet. We did go get those on
They look good.
Saturday, and we
Ceramic coated.
ended up stopping at the racetrack.
Yeah, ceramic coated.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go right in there like so.
Perfect fit.
I'm hoping I don't have control arm clearance problems, but if we do, whatever, we'll figure it out.
We probably will, because nothing works right for us, so.
But it's
We'll
coming
see.
along good.
We bought a tubing notcher from Harbor Freight. Y'all may remember that. This is our first time trying it out, so we're going to do a little test run here on a scrap piece of metal because we don't know what we're doing.
That's the first time I've ever used any sort of contraption like this, but it seems like it worked.
And it's Harbor Freight. So,
And it's hard to beat because, yeah, it's all Harbor Freight random junk.
so
Well, except for the hole saw that come off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Other than that, though.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. What in the world?
I think we just stripped out the hole saw.
Oh, you got it fixed?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a there's a washer that's supposed to be in there.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a washer between the hole saw and so there actually wasn't a whole lot of threads on that deal.
Okay, we didn't have that there. So here we go again, I suppose.
Be honest with you,
It's pretty nifty.
that seemed like it worked pretty decent. Did it?
You had a pretty good cut there.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
not too bad.
So we cut a hole in the floor. Well, wait,
that deal's actually-
you cut a hole in the floor
It's gonna fit.
for this side.
It's gonna fit pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still got a little bit of movement it's got to do, but I mean, it's gonna tuck that bar pretty good.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Oh, and then, you know, things don't ever work out right for us. Nothing's ever easy. John was out here yesterday by himself trying to mess with this, and come find out they had the bars labeled wrong, left and right.
Yeah. So competition engineering. Fun fact.
Come on, guys.
That bar that says left, there's not any way possible that goes on left. This is not a scratch and dent kit. This
No.
is a full MSRP kit. And the left bar will not go over here. You put the right bar in on the left side, which is what this is, fits perfect. You go to the other side, no go.
So,
And it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but see how it's got a twist in it.
yeah, it's not perfectly straight. It's kind of got a little
Which
whoop.
It's so that it contours with the cab.
Well, you can't contour on the
You know,
wrong side.
and I get it. You're building a race car. You shouldn't need instructions. But I will say that there is pretty much zero instructions with anything that we've bought.
Yeah.
I mean, just across the board. The
I know.
CalTracs came with some washers. Do they go in there? Do they not go in there? Don't know.
We'll never know.
We're not putting them in there. You know, the sliders, there wasn't any instructions with those, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Took me a minute to make sure that I had it right, but, you know, and then this cage kit, you go to the instructions on it to try to figure out where it's supposed to go, and it takes you to a link to another kit that ain't even for an S10. It's got a halo bar, and this doesn't have a halo bar. So, I don't know.
The struggle is real.
I'm just kind of winging a lot of this stuff, and it's working. But,
Yeah, so far.
You know, it's kind of like. So we opted for continuing on the cage,
Yeah.
which may change tomorrow. We may just come back tomorrow and say, no, we're going to work on the rear suspension.
Okay, but it turned out to be pretty successful, I'd say.
Yeah, actually pretty happy with it.
Harbor Freight
The-
tubing notcher worked pretty good.
Yeah, the bar it's not where it's going to be, but it's close.
So it's kind of mocked up in here.
Yeah, runs on down to an outrigger.
No, it runs down to vice grip.
Yeah, actually it doesn't run to an outrigger, but it will. There it is. There's the outrigger.
Yeah.
But you can see it's going to fit up on there real nice. Fits pretty close. Well, it moves over, but pretty close up to the roof line. Halfway decent to the A-pillar. Problem is because of the way the cab is shaped, there's not really a whole lot you can do to get it over more, but I still may have to trim the dash right here. But yeah. Cool thing about it is, well, it just moved, but from the side, you can't even see it.
See it in there.
So that's cool. Well, we're enjoying the warm weather and the daylight savings time. So we actually got about 4 hours in tonight working on this thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, quite a bit done.
may hit some tacks on the old baller there tomorrow. May not.
Maybe we'll see.
Yep.
We might go back to rear suspension things tomorrow.
I mean, with
We
my
still
ADD,
have-
I could be painting this
We
thing
still
tomorrow.
have front stuff to do.
We have fallen down on the videoing again. I came out here last couple days and worked on the cage. We got this side done, that side done, and this bar's loose. I still gotta fit it 100% and tack it. You can see notch is pretty clean, and yeah, it's going together pretty dang good. So we're gonna finish up tacking the inside of the cage. As far as just the eyebrow bars, really all we got left to tack right now. And then we're gonna get the seat back in the truck. And then once we do that, I'm going to figure out how high or low the harness bar needs to be. You know, just in relation to the seat and where the harness needs to land. And then we're gonna start working on the door bar, which I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna do, because I really don't want to cut on these door panels if I don't have to. But I don't think we're gonna have room not to. So I may mess with bending a couple tubes, putting a couple little small bends in it, and see if we can get around that. Then we're gonna clean the bed out, get ready to start putting the bars through the back window back to the frame. And obviously to do that, we'll need to set the truck on the ground or have weight on the rear end. So I'll have to finish the springs on the back and get it sitting on the ground. So that's where we're at. Keep on rolling. Look who showed up.
Showed up.
You weren't here when I started.
I had to go get dog food for your dogs.
Gotcha. Productive day.
Yep.
I mean, there's a seat in it. That's cool.
There's a seat in it. There's
Got the
lots
old
going on in
harness bar put in there.
there. Eyebrow.
Oh yeah, well, eyebrow is in there.
But the harness bar is in.
Yeah, got that in there too. Bam. Seat right up against it.
It's looking pretty good.
So the majority of that's done. I put the seat in it to see where the harness bar was going to fall in relation to my shoulder and all that. And I kind of just wanted to see what headroom looked like, and it's actually pretty good.
I think so.
So we got
Door
bars, the down bars, and the diagonal bars that go underneath the harness bar.
Yeah.
Problem is, we were going to try to start experimenting with bending.
And we realized that Derek had, well, long time ago, Derek left his tubing bender here. And
Yeah.
we were going to go try to experiment with bending tubes. And we realized that the tubes do not fit in his tubing bender.
Yeah, the biggest
So-
die is 1.5 inches, so my roll bar tubing will not fit. I've got a Harbor Freight style cheapo one somewhere at my dad's, and it's been in there for years, but I think it'll do it. So
hopefully he can find it. If not, we're going to have to go to Harbor Freight and go buy one.
yeah. How cool is that? I mean, you can't hardly even see the harness bar. These are tucked real tight to the side. Just, man, overall, I'm pretty happy with, honestly, my first attempt at a roll cage ever.
Pretty impressed with what we have done, considering neither one of us have ever done anything like this before.
Yep.
We haven't royally screwed anything up.
Not yet.
Proud of yourself?
I'm very proud of myself. We got one door bar in.
Let's check it out here.
Got the bend around the handle on the door so that we didn't have to cut it.
Nope.
And it's pushing on this pocket, but I don't think I'm gonna have to cut it. I think it's just gonna deform itself.
Eventually it will mold itself where it needs to go.
But
So
the
down
whole deal
there.
was I didn't want to have to cut the door panel up.
Right.
So
Oh.
put
Whoa.
that bend in, and it is very, very tight. But it worked. And,
Yes, it did.
We did it with the China,
So
1980 China
so
tubing bender here. When I put that bend in there, yeah, we've got to recreate it for the other side.
yeah.
And I don't have a whole bunch of fancy measurement, things, and you see what we're using for equipment. One of the
Fancy
things-
measurement.
Yeah.
D-
This was 99 cents at Harbor Freight.
That's fancy as it gets
So-
around here, y'all.
One of the things that I caught from one of Dennis Taylor's videos, he was talking about chassis building and things like that. So he doesn't actually measure bends of the tubing. He just measures the amount of ram that comes out of the jack, which on his is a hydraulic air assisted deal. But that's what I did. So I've got where we started on the bend as far as measurement down the tube, and then I got how much ram that was coming out of it. And then to get the angle of the notch right, I just set the angle finder on there.
Yep.
It was right around 30, I think.
33, I thought. Maybe it was 30.
Yeah. After we put the bar in, it ended up at 28. But anyway, I checked it where I put it in there where I wanted it, got the degree, and then drop my welder.
Whoops.
This nice notcher has a degree wheel on it here. So I just lined it up right there where we wanted, 33, and notched it. And that was probably the best notch I think we've gotten so far. My tack doesn't look all that good. But
Hard to see the. But
the
anywho,
notch itself was perfect.
yeah, turned out really good.
And it lands where it's supposed to on my arm. So yeah, it doesn't really invade
No, I
your
don't.
legroom or anything either. So pretty freaking proud.
It's coming along pretty good. So we got to put the other side, the door bar in the other side.
Yeah, we may need to get the seat out before we do that, because I think that seat's going to be terrible to get out.
I agree.
Because it's above the, that bar's above the seat.
Yeah. So
We might pull the seat out. But that's tacked in. We got one more door bar to go. Plan is I'm going to jack the cab up, take all the cab bolts out, jack the cab up, separate it from the cage, weld the tops of the cage and everything up, and then drop the body back down, bolt it back up. So it'll be welded 100%. We don't have to guss it, nothing or anything like that. So I think Derek's going to come help actually weld this thing back up tomorrow completely, because my tacks are holding, but we're not winning any showmanships on the old welds. So
nothing's fell off yet, so that's a plus.
I think I could do it. It just wouldn't look the best. So
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna keep on going. I'll get that other bar in there, and then
Get the seat out, I guess.
yeah, we're gonna get the seat out before I put the bar in.
Okay. Well, I guess let's get to that.
Yep. That notch pretty good.
Yeah.
What's our secret on cleaning here?
Good old clean strip acetone.
Okay. We're just wiping the bars down real good, get anything off of them, especially since the old notcher over here. We've been using the Tap Magic to try to save my $9 hole saw, and I'll be honest with you, it's actually done pretty good.
It has worked pretty well.
Done pretty good. One negative is I think wipe my mark off of there. I'll have to.
We'll have to measure again.
Well, you can just wipe that one off too, and I'll measure again. So, getting that all done, about to tack the second door bar in, and we just got the seat out,
Yeah.
which is going to be a fantastic time trying to get that thing back in, I do believe.
I do not think that's going to be a fun task.
So, get these bars cleaned up, and
Get it welded.
there's the old
or
bar.
Get it tacked in.
Had to put a little bit more bend in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
I'm sure it's the door panel. I'm sure it's not my cage being off one way or another. I
100%.
guarantee you it was the door panel.
100%.
GM just wasn't very,
They're not precise.
they weren't 88, So we can get this tacked in.
All right, now the passenger side door bar is tacked in. So we got both sides done.
Yep.
What do you think?
I've never put a cage in before. And honestly, I've never notched a tube. I've never done any of this, and I feel like it's turning out way better than it should.
Yeah, I agree.
This whole truck is turning out way better than it should.
I agree.
My tacks and my welds aren't the best, so
But Derek's gonna come help.
we're calling in reinforcements on that. But
Yeah. Derek Welding Services.
yeah, overall though, it's pretty
This
good.
has turned out really good. Boom.
Pretty good.
So, there's those poor old seat there. But look at that. And we didn't have to cut the pockets. They're going to self-clearance over time. So,
I'm gonna experiment with this bender a little bit.
yeah.
I really want the down bars to come down and turn and go down. It's not going to be a 90, but I don't know how much we can bend with this notcher without it trying to kink the tubing.
Yes, so we're going to have to kind of experiment that. So,
I got a piece of scrap here we're going to try it with.
so we're changing dies. This one's, so we had in, what was this, a 2?
Yeah.
This is 1.5 inches.
It's 1.5 inches, but the tubing fits in it.
So, I guess we're going to test this out and see how it works.
Back at it this morning. And God, this freaking truck, dude. The dirt. The dirt. Just unbelievable. I got leaf spring out of the other side. Got the bed all cleaned out. And finally got the fuel tank out. Got all the fuel lines out. That was a task. But fixed to start putting the CalTrac spring back in. I started trying to get the bumper off because I've got somebody coming to help me get the old engine transmission and all of the S10 I've got sitting outside here. So I started trying to take the bumper off because I was going to send that stuff with it. And I have so far broken a Matco 1/2-inch drive ratchet, vibrated the bolt out of this breakover bar, so I had to improvise with that Atwood's bolt there. And it's still on the truck. So I'm probably going to we're probably going to torch that unit off a little bit later, but trying to get the rear end underneath this thing. That way I can put it on the ground and we can work on the down bars into the bed. I was sitting here playing with them just a minute ago, trying to figure out where I wanted them to land. Kind of sucks. I really wanted them to come out right here, and I wanted to come out and then turn and go down, but between the two tubing benders we got, it's just not going to work. I tried playing with this one last night, and it starts kinking the tubing once you get a little bit further than what we did on these. So I guess luckily it worked on those. All right, so I got the Funkhauser slider legitimately mounted now. We're all good up here. Leaf spring is in, leaf spring is tight. This Funkhauser deal is really cool. So it's a 100% bolt-in deal. So this is the shackle bushing. So you just put it up there, throw that bolt in it, that aligns it where it needs to be. And then there's 2 slotted holes underneath here. And you drill the frame, put those bolts in from the top, suck it up where it needs to be, bolt it here. So there's 3 bolts holding it. And yeah, just pretty impressed with the whole slider setup. Looks like it's gonna work pretty good. So I'm gonna swing over to this side and start getting it all thrown in there. All right, bright and early this morning. Got quite a bit done last night. I got one tire, the wheel mounted up. Got it sitting on the jack, so that's about what ride height's gonna be. You know, the old VMS wheels are kind of growing on me. But got that done. We started doing a little welding on the cage last night. Didn't get very far with that, but rear end is under it, bolted in. I gotta put the CalTrac bar the rest of the way in. This morning I'm gonna work on these bars. We're gonna get after it.
Explain what happened.
So, first of all, notice cab to cage clearance. So we got that deal lifted up so we can
Okay.
weld all the way around it, and we're don't look at the sketchiness of how this cab is lifted up right now. But
Not OSHA approved.
This fan.
we're jacking this cab up, and we hear something, and then the cab stopped.
Uh-huh.
And I looked, and the cab was against the transmission, so we decided to go up on the front. So we started lifting the front up. We hear a couple different sounds, and one of them was a pretty good thud.
Okay.
Thud.
A
And
thud.
he said, "Oh, I bet it was rubber on that mount. Go ahead and come on up." I said, "All right." So from the ground, I grabbed the jack and go, and then we hear a loud thud.
Uh-oh.
Rearview mirror fell off.
Oh, no.
Smooth off the glass. So I gotta glue that back on now.
Oh, no.
It's all right. I told him to come on up with it.
Dang it.
That's
But-
nice.
We got the down bars in.
Looking good.
Got some somewhat cleanish holes in the bed there.
Clean-ish.
Yep. So
Well,
fixing to finish welding this unit up.
moving right along.
How you feeling over there?
I like it.
Huh?
I like it.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't like it. I was about to say, well, you're the one welding on it. You better like it.
It's nicer than my cage. I'll just put it that way.
Well, John over here slamming the door into the jack handle.
Fine, okay.
All right.
Nice things around here.
So we're going to continue welding. Is that what the
Yeah.
plan is?
Till we run out of gas.
Okay. Till we run out of gas. Here we go.
Oh, you'll be able to paint this side. I know that's what you're waiting on.
How you doing over there, Ray?
Well, look, you don't see it, I don't see it, obviously, so it's okay.
Derek over here with his Ray Charles Welding Services. Dude,
Like I said
Dude,
in the
great.
past.
hey, we did figure out though. Old Blaine tacked up this side, and what'd he do? What Blaine
He
do?
burnt smooth through it over here. Yeah, he told me I do this shit every day for a living. I can tell. Obviously not tacking. Burning through shit, yes.
Blaine's fired. All right, we ran out of gas. Had to come to Northern Tool, get some more, and Derek failed at getting free stuff. The only thing he was offered was a credit card app,
Thank you.
and they said, "Sir, get out of the store."
Step down for you.
You want some straps to tie that down?
Well, I mean, yes, we did ride over here with John, so.
All right, we'll tie that unit down.
Drag it down. Big. Ding, driver done. At this moment, exactly how do you feel?
I feel like I've been wearing safety glasses all day and hadn't needed them when I crawl into the truck and 17 pounds of dirt and animal feces just fall in my eyes.
All right, so John is trying to get the bolts out of the bed so they can lift that up so
It's terrible.
You
Derek
started
can
with a
weld.
Really nice project.
What do you think?
Well, the old tires on that rig look good.
We're doing surgery. Vacuums are not made for the shop, but you have to make them work. Oh no!
What are we doing here?
Oh my. Zip ties are not good. Zip tie 1, vacuum 0.
Fixed it.
Dang old Hoover done got fired back up, son.
That's the shark. There ain't no Hoover.
Well, close enough. This is the wildest thing I've ever seen.
But it works, doesn't it?
I'm about to go buy me 3 or 4 of them rigs for my shop.
I'm telling you, Tech Kit Tuesday.
We'll make a fool out of you, Harry.
Let me weld, Harry. I won't make a fool out of you.
God, you see this big blob of weld right here?
That's pretty much how the day went.
Oh man.
Ow!
Easy there.
You want me to come kick it and see if it come on?
Not yet. I gotta get hit with some more of these sparks first.
There it goes.
I got it!
Got it.
You're welcome.
You're not burning, you're good. I said you're not burning, you're good.
Oh, blew my hat off.
Oh no. Success. Whoa.
You all right there?
I burnt my crotch.
I might go get a tetanus shot tomorrow.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. You probably need to go get one too.
That kind of burnt.
Oh, you're losing pieces of your bumper, sir.
We're gonna mount this on the back of that Chevette.
No, no, no. No thanks. Oh no. Too bad it's super sunny and you can't really
Nice
see that.
ball on that bumper.
I'm just real glad I cleared that finger.
Well, that rig on.
Oh yeah. That's gonna look good.
It actually matches pretty good too.
Cleaning all this Ray Charles welding service off the roof.
You want to get that?
Show them what you did.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Show them what you did.
Wow. That looks good.
Did you get that?
Oh yeah. I was backing up waiting on that socket to come apart.
Woo!
I seen the earthquake get it. How's your eyeballs?
Oh, it feels great.
Feels great.
I got the bolt out.
Here we go. You don't need to slip.
In the last 5 minutes, I've been covered in dirt. My shoe was smoking. At one point, you almost caught my shoe on fire.
You're having a rough day.
I just bench pressed 500 pounds getting that bolt out. You're just complaining about Wednesday stuff, okay? Wednesday. Yeah, this is normal Wednesday. It's Sunday. If it was Wednesday and that was Wednesday stuff, it'd be. It's not Wednesday. I don't even know what that means, but it's not Wednesday.
I think it's a Tuesday.
I ain't never heard that either.
He don't know what he's talking about. Okay, so what's the plan now?
I'm gonna get down here and roll around in some antises.
Where'd that antises come from?
Is this the problem now?
Look, I'm okay.
All right.
Nothing.
What else is the problem?
Nothing. I don't want to say me because you throw me out there too.
Wednesday stuff got me screwed up.
On a,
I thought you were going.
I hear the concern in your voice. All right, I'm gonna need about 36 inches of a 2x4 to put under here to lift this bed up.
Well, it's 36 inches.
That's pretty close. Good job. Hold on. Well, we are, but you're going up 900 miles an hour, and I ain't even looking at nothing. You want me to go up in the front too, or you just?
Yeah, you go up, I go up. This shit ain't going nowhere.
I didn't jack it up yet.
The problem is somebody cut his holes tiny. You know, I cut big square holes in mine because it looks like absolute garbage.
Look, if I take this thing to Autorama, it's winning a trophy, okay? If I'd have just plasma cut half the bed out, I wouldn't have got the trophy.
No dent.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was me or if that. I don't think that was me.
Is there a paint chip there?
yeah.
Okay, probably not.
Whatever you do, don't look at the windows.
I'm sure they're beautiful. All right. Down bars. Check. Inside. John been in there primering.
Yeah, got primer on everything.
Started to, whoop, door trying to eat me. Started painting the roll bar up here. It's like a burgundy color to match the interior. Looking pretty good.
Story time. I'm in the top watching, and I keep smelling something, but I had my foot over a hole in the bed, so I'm thinking, man, I think my shoe's burning. So every time he stopped welding, I look, nah, put it back up, and I said, man, what's burning? Nothing. He gets done.
Again.
Oh
He
no!
gets done. He said, oh, this rag's on fire.
That's number 2 of the day.
First,
Come on, Derek. Burning holes in the rags.
well, I couldn't see it due to the welding helmet, but it was a flame under there, and I didn't have nowhere to go. Thing is, that's a really nice tight-fitting cage, and it's not bad for a pre-bent kit. It's the same kit that I used, and I didn't put mine in the way he put his in, but I've always wished I did put it in this way, and it fits fantastic.
I think it turned out really good.
I decided I wanted to start playing with paint colors. So this is that's the paint code for the interior of this truck.
Yes.
So I decided to paint the cage the same color as the interior.
It looks looks pretty good so far.
Kind of blends in. Paint doesn't cover that well because it's made for
Like
interior.
vinyl or whatever,
So I
so.
may have to spray some kind of clear over the top of it. There's still 2,000 feet.
But it matches pretty well.
We were a little lower on the shielding gas than what we thought we were, and as we had it, he had it turned down so that we could try to make it last without having to go buy more, and we got right to the end, and
Had to go get some more.
yeah,
It just, it was way better after we got gas and I was able to turn it back up.
Yeah.
that's all good.
Yeah.
Everything though is stuck together really good. I don't think it'll be safe.
And the way it's all in here, it should certify 850.
Became a Tim over there.
That's John's new nickname.
Hey, some of those notches were on the money.
Yes, I'm.
Okay, so
Some were
Harbor
some were
Freight.
not as
tubing notcher. Check.
the tubing notcher did phenomenal until you got to an angle more than about 30-35 degrees.
I really think that's a good cage for the money. There's a little bit of work involved, but
Yeah, and it's not
it's not a hold and weld, but mean, just the
It fit.
fitment, the how close it gets here. You can't stick a finger in between there. It's just it's really good for the money. And then you bending those door bars is something I wish I would have done. Instead, I just you know, it looks like complete garbage.
He makes comments about some of the stuff I do. I did this and it took me about 5 minutes, and I'm over here 6 hours in doing something.
I have to admit, yours looks a whole lot nicer than mine.
Well,
Bougie wagon here,
Mr.
you know?
Clean gonna come clean him up.
Yeah, Mr. Clean.
All right.
Well,
So,
I don't know.
if y'all have a better name for this truck, put it in the comments, because as of right now, I started calling it pocket change, and I think it started out as spare change, then went to pocket change, then I have had it, well, I think you might have called it snowball, and
Yeah.
that caught on. He's calling it Mr. Clean, the bougie wagon.
Hey, there's a lot of Chinese on here, but there's a lot of nice on here too.
Where?
You can just
Where?
maybe
First
you
thing, them dang wheels.
maybe you
I know we've already
China.
I know we've already talked about it, and I've already shown it with it on there.
Okay,
Go ahead
they
and put
look
this back on there.
they look good.
The ride height, it sits right.
Are you sold on the wheels now?
I mean, it looked better with a set of $3,000 RC comps, but
That costs more than the whole truck.
it doesn't look bad.
No, it looks good.
And I think once you put a fuel cell and some fuel and some weight, transmission, you know, everything kind of comes
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, that's a good.
That should be about three fingers. It should come on up.
That's a good point. It doesn't have a transmission and converter in it.
No, it still
We do
just
have
has
to
that
put
that
battery-
empty case in it.
Battery, nitrous bottle,
Yep.
the fuel cell. All that's going to go in the back.
It's going to come on up a little bit more. I think should be able to put 3 fingers in the top. At least that's what mine's got. I think for y'all's first time doing something like that, because I think it was your first time.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Mhm.
I think y'all did a heck of a job.
Yep.
And
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Now I got to put my rearview mirror back on.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned for more shenanigans and Chevette content coming soon for those of you that are only here for the little car.
All right. Peace out.